Alright. I've been, thinking about making this video for days now. Like, right after making that video on how, on a reminder on how nothing has changed with this team after they got their ass kicked by Kansas City on Christmas at home. And I was thinking about doing another video on this team. I wasn't sure what to do, but and I figured, you know what? I think it's time to make a video specifically calling out Mike Tomlin and Art Rooney II. Because I've been calling these two guys out for years, and and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna wait until 2024 is over to make this video. Cause while we are bringing in a new year, 2025, while it may be a new year, until these two ass clowns who I'm gonna be talking about are gone, until they are gone, I expect the same old Steelers. New year, same old Steelers. As long as these two clowns are running the show. But yeah, I've had enough of these late season collapses happening almost every year since 2018, because every year since 2018 we have faced at least one 3-game losing streak. And usually it happens after Thanksgiving. Usually. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the front office being cheap and everything. And not thinking outside the box for once. Right? And I've taken the time to think about all this. And I'm like, you know what? Not only are these two ass clowns so goddamn incompetent, they are holding the Steelers hostage. And they don't believe in accountability. So you want to know who needs to dish out accountability to these two? Us fans. We the only ones who can hold these two ass clowns accountable. And it can happen by not attending games, boycotting games until these two are gone, until Tomlin is fired, along with his whole puppet ass coaching staff, as well as Art Rooney II selling the team. Because while there was a report saying that, Terry Austin is not the one pulling the strings, it's Mike Tomlin. Because for those of you that are not Steelers fans, you're watching this video anyway. If you saw that report, whether if you a Steelers fan or not, right? Because what the media is starting to say now about Tomlin pulling the strings is what I have been saying about him and Art II for years. Because I don't give a fuck about a non-losing season. I don't care for that, right? I've said that many times before, but for those of you out there who are saying, but Mike Tomlin, he's doing whatever he can with a garbage team. Look. Because look at our cap space over the years. Why is it always low, and why are we always tied to making limited moves? Right? And you think to yourself, that's the reason. You should be happy to have Tomlin around. Because here's the thing. The reason our cap space has been so low and why we haven't been able to make a lot of moves over the years is for this reason. We overpay the shit out of our players. Especially the scrubs and the overrated players. There's a reason why we have the most expensive defense in the league. And given that defense for how much it's paid. It's not a great defense at all. Solid unit, yes, but it's extremely overrated and not elite. It is not elite, and it's criminally overrated and overpaid. Overpaying the fuck out of the defense is the reason why we don't have the cap space to make moves and build the roster. So whether you like it or not, that is Tomlin's fault. Him and Art the Second. Because even before Omar Khan came around, while Kevin Colbert was a great GM for us, he also had several years where he just wasn't that good. And it's like, and you saw that we was overpaying scrub-ass players, and even, overpaying Roethlisberger, even when we saw that he didn't have it anymore, right? And doing that, like you're doing shit like that, and always hiring coaches from within, trying to hire from within over and over again to see what we have from the inside, rather than thinking from the outside, only to realize that the candidate that we hire for the job is worse and worse than the one after the other. Like, do you know what I'm talking about here? That is what I mean with these two ass clowns that have driven this franchise into the ground because of loyalty from within. And I hate to say it, but our biggest rival / enemy is not the Jacksonville Jaguars, no. It's not the Cincinnati Bengals, no. I don't really hate the Bengals that much anyway. It's not the Cleveland shitstains. It's not the Raiders. It's not the Cowboys. Not the Ravens. Hell, it's not even the faggot-ass ball-deflating Spygate camera recording pew-stinkling deflatriots. It's not even them. Our biggest rival right now is from within. I hate to say it, but it's the cold hard truth. Our biggest rival / enemy is these two ass clowns that you're looking at on the left and the right side of the picture / thumbnail. Michael Pettaway Tomlin and Art Biden II. It's these two guys that are holding the franchise hostage. That is the Steelers' biggest rival. It's the enemies from within. The two that have held the franchise hostage for years from being able to even win a playoff game. And not being willing to bring in, a new and well formidable, staff on the team. Because why do you think we hired Terry Austin as defensive coordinator? A scrub, a guy who was hideous as a defensive coordinator with the Bengals back in 2018. A guy that I believe allowed 500 plus yards of offense on every game he coordinated with the Bengals, which led to him getting fired, and just bring in Flores as a small little role rather than having him be the defensive coordinator. It's simple, because these two guys, they're tyrants and they don't want anybody. They're control freaks and tyrants who don't want anybody taking their job. They don't like anyone who poses a threat to take over their job. They're stubborn. And they are the cancer within the franchise that needs to be removed in order for us to even see a playoff win again. That's what it is. I wish this wasn't true, but everything that's coming out of my mouth is the truth. It is. And that is why I say that until these ass clowns are gone, until the cancer within the franchise is cured, I am not giving these two any of my money into their wallet going to a game. I'm not buying merch until they are gone. And I want the whole fan base to follow along with me, hurt they fucking wallet, and make them feel the financial hits that they take, and plunge the shit out of their revenue, and make them and slow down their pace in selling merchandise. We need accountability for the bullshit that these two have done to this franchise. We need accountability. There's a reason why we haven't won a playoff game since Art II took the reins from his dad, Rooney, who passed away back in April of 2017. There's a reason for that. It's because of his incompetence. And it has been exposed. I've been calling him out on it for about 4 years. And we need a change. They need to fucking go. They do. I want a real coaching staff. I want real ownership that cares about winning. And I especially want a head coach that won't bend over backwards to elite teams. And one that'll actually hire qualified people for the job, and rather than hiring from within, continuing to dig us a huger hole in those positions. We got to start bringing people in from the outside and no longer, hiring from within. Because that is what has driven this franchise into the ground. That and overpaying our players to where we don't have enough money to spend on real star talent to fix the team. For example, the Eagles, right? Look what they did back in 2022. Because while they were, stuck in the mushy middle after winning Super Bowl 52 from 2018 to 2021, ever since they traded for A.J. Brown, they are 40-14. 40-14. They've won the NFC East 2 out of the last 3 seasons ever since trading for him. And they've even been to a Super Bowl. And the harsh reality is, people may think that we're starting to build a similar way to how the Eagles are, when the reality is, we're not. We're failing at it. Because there's a reason why the Eagles have won, because they've won playoff games more recently than we have, and they've even been to a Super Bowl more recently than we have, as well as won a Super Bowl more recently than we have. But see where I'm getting at? And then after the way their collapse went down last year, after the Niners blew them out in their own stadium, what did the Eagles do? Oh yeah, they said, you know what? We need accountability. Let's clean house from throughout our coaching staff. Though they kept Nick Sirianni, but then they revamped their coaching staff, and guess what? They're back on the ball, and they're back to where they left off in 2022. Now, granted, I believe Jalen Hurts is hurt right now, but you get the point. And then, of course, Kansas City is Kansas City. They're playing, you see, their chess on Christmas crushed our checkers. That's exactly what happened, as I said in the previous video. But with that said here, it's clear to us that we will never see legit accountability for the bullshit that has gone on with this franchise since January 2018 until these ass clowns are gone. Because they don't believe in it, and they will stick to the same bullshit over and over again. Because they're too cowardly to give up the bullshit non-losing season streak and blow it all up, clean house, and rebuild from the ground up. It'll never happen with these two. And that's why they need to go. Because the standard with the Steelers is winning championships, not non-losing seasons, and just sticking to the same shit, expecting a different result when we have gotten the same old result year in and year the fuck out. And if you're a Steelers fan and you're sitting here, questioning my fandom, just cause I want to boycott until these two ass clowns are gone for holding my team hostage, holding this once great and proud franchise hostage and plunging it into the ground, turning it into a joke. You can go suck an ass. Okay, you can. You can go fuck yourself. Like I said in the last video, you can go fuck yourself if you want to sit here and question my fandom, because I'm sick of these two holding the franchise hostage. Especially if you still support Tomlin. If anything, your fandom needs to be questioned. Because you see, I want somebody who actually cares about the team and won't keep us in the middle, preventing us from competing for a championship or just prevent us from being in position to draft high and rebuild. If you still support this ass clown and you're a Steelers fan, your fandom needs to be questioned, not mine. Because one of Tomlin's most popular quotes is, "We want volunteers, not hostages," right? Anyways, that will do it for this video. I'm out.